Sian left me. Horses really do have magical powers, I think. Putting my fork in, I was lifting it up, the turds were just falling through the fork. I didn't know what to do. They have got the biggest bellies I've ever seen. We have 2 new horses coming this evening from Holland. Oh, you want my banana? Oh, can't believe you spoke like that to me. And I've got to tell you, it was great and bad both at the same time. Hi there, Aaron here from Just Horse Riders. Welcome to episode 13 of the Just Horse Riders podcast. I know it's been probably coming up to 3 weeks now since we last had our special guest on, Sharon Bruce, my mum, with her stories on Carrington Riding Centre. So if you've not seen that one, go and have a look at it. It's really interesting, really heartfelt, and actually amazing of what she's been able to do in you know, the years she's been in the equestrian world. She's really transformed it. So really special, and really proud of her as well, if you're watching. Yeah, so it's been a few weeks, lots been going on, and I thought I'd just tell you about it, as I always do every week. And I want to start off with that Sian left me. Not as in she's left me. She went with the kids on a holiday to Holland, where she's from, to go and spend some time with some friends and family. And she took the kids, and it left me here to hold the fort. Now, when I say hold the fort, I mean mucking out horses. And to be honest with you, running Just Horse Riders and mucking out and also looking after myself was quite a hard task for me, because I've never really had to do the whole thing all at once. Because obviously, you know, we've got me and Sian. We share the chores, as it were, or responsibilities in the household. But yeah, so for about a week, you know, I was mucking out every single day, and I've got to tell you, it was great and bad both at the same time. I was so tired after doing 4 days work and then going to mucking out. A lot of you are probably sitting watching this thinking, well, I do that every single day. You know, my hat is off to you. Like, fair play. Like, that was I was very tired. However, I muck out on the weekends. I help, you know, a lot of the time, and we have been mainly mucking out on shavings. But I don't know if any of you are aware, we are actually due a foal in the next coming days. So it could be tonight, it could be tomorrow, it could be next week. But we were told by the vet to move this mare from shavings to straw. And the move happened when Sian was away, so I was mucking out on straw for the first time. And I've got to tell you, it's the most awkward thing to muck out on. I was putting my fork in, I was lifting it up, the turds were just falling through the fork. I didn't know what to do. I got very frustrated. I ended up putting on some gloves and picking it out usually. How do you muck out on straw? Shavings, I understand, is quite easy. You get your shavings fork and you lift it up and it's in. But with the straw, the pitchfork I was using, no. I don't know whether I was doing it wrong or what. Anyway, it turns out there's lots of tips and tricks, like putting it against the wall and lifting it up with the straw underneath it, and then you just turn it over in the straw. None of these worked for me. So any tips that you have for mucking out on straw, please let me know, because it was the most awkward thing I've ever done. And a first for me, touching horse turds more often than I would like to. But anyway, that's fine. But as I said, yeah, Dana, our mare, she is pregnant, and she's due to drop any day now. So really excited. But you can see in her face, like, she's so fed up of being pregnant. We've got a camera in the stable where she is, and you can just see her just moving about side to side, looking at her belly, you know, trying to see what's going on, you know. But she's very close to popping. So we're all very excited here to see this new foal. We don't know whether it'll be a boy or a girl. I'm hoping it will be a girl. I don't know why. I think mares are a lot nicer to handle. But then again, I've seen some mares that are quite aggressive and a bit moody. We do sell a supplement called Dodson Horror Stroppy Mare that I've actually done a review today on, which I didn't realise had so many ingredients to calm the mares down. So very exciting there. Maybe I should get some for Sian. Sorry, Sian, if you're watching. No, she's fine. I'm only joking. But yeah, like I said, it has been a few weeks since I've done a podcast. And one of the main reasons is that we were on holiday. We went on a cruise on a big boat, on a big ship. Sorry, I'm not allowed to call it a boat. My grandma shouts at me. So we went on this huge ship and it was great. We went in from Southampton to Spain and France, I believe, because I'm really bad with geography. But I just thought I'd tell you a story from it because I found it really, really funny. And the guy that was in the story is just a character, and I've never, ever experienced a human being like this before. So we were walking down one of the market streets, and this guy was selling fruit, baklava. Baklava is like, I don't know how it's got nuts, pastry, honey. It's amazing. But he had all different types and dried fruits and all that sort of thing. So we walked past and Sian said to me, "Oh, get some baklava." I said, "Yeah, I'll get a baklava." And this guy pops out of nowhere, "Hello, you like my baklava?" I said, "Yeah, I'll have one baklava." "Oh, you have one baklava. You maybe have two baklava." And he started putting this baklava in the bag. He says, "You would like any more? What about the chocolate banana baklava?" I said, "All right, I'll have it." "You have one or two?" I said, "I'll have one." "Okay, I put three in." So he keeps putting these things in the bag. And, I'm thinking, okay, well, how much is the baklava going to be? But then we moved over to the dry fruit section. And there was everything. There was prunes, grapes, bananas, grapefruit, apple. There was stuff I didn't even know what it was. And this guy, Sian, was laughing his head off because this guy was like, "Oh, you would like my banana? Would you like some of my banana in your bag?" I said, "Yeah, I'll have some of the banana." Sian's wetting herself. "Would you like some of this?" Sian was like, "Yeah, I'll have some of that." She didn't even know what it was. But this guy was like handballing this stuff into the bag. I said, "No, just a little bit." "Oh, a little bit. And then Anyway, we ended up with this bag that was about 60 kilos of fruit and baklava. And he put on such a show, I had to buy it. And do you know how much it was? I didn't know he did it on weight. It was €50. I got charged €50 by this showman. "Oh, you like a baklava?" Speaking to me like that. I couldn't believe it. I was so amazed. It was great. It was amazing. We were laughing our heads off. Sian was putting stuff in the bag that she didn't even know what it was. It was a bit of an experience. But that is why I haven't been able to do any of the podcasts, because I was at this guy's fruit store for so long and he was putting fruit in the bag for us. So it was very, very intense. So whilst I was on holiday, obviously you get to, well, not that we get to relax that much because we were here, there and everywhere on a cruise ship. I didn't realise actually how tiring it was because the kids wanted to do everything. There was loads of activities on the boat. Anyway, I did get a bit of time to myself and I was on TikTok and I came across this video which I will put in now for you. How lovely was that? As soon as she was allowed to touch that horse, like just enamoured with it, just melted my heart. I showed mum, showed my grandma, showed Sian, showed the kids. Like the horses really, really do have magical powers, I think. And yeah, last week my mum talked about kids that come to the riding school and she's got loads of stories similar, but they really do have magical powers, and they know as well when they need to behave themselves, horses, when they're around kids, especially with our kids as well. They'll when Link and Aya were younger and they were around a bit of a naughty pony, the pony would know that they were children. So the pony was calmer because they sort of knew they were children. I can't put it quite into words, but it's sort of like horses have that intuition when they need to be calm and relaxed because they understand. I really do think they are so intuitive, horses, with that sort of side of it. When they know they need to be sensitive and calm, they are really, really amazing. But now that we are back from holiday, obviously you get the holiday blues, and I've been trying to find the motivation to do as much work as I possibly can, but I've just not felt it at all today, or this week even. So yeah, I've been struggling a little bit, and I think that's normal when you get off holidays. But Shan also felt the same, but she didn't have the luxury of going, oh, well, I'll just take it easy today, because obviously she's still got the horses to do. So it's another lesson to be learned with horses. Is, again, if you don't want to do it, it doesn't make a difference if you don't want to muck out your horses or you want to ride or whatever it is, because you have got to go and look after those animals. But again, another thing that happened that's just come across my mind, that when we came back, all of the horses and the ponies, apart from Dana and Kelly, who they've been brought in at night to make sure that they kept in the same routine, because we don't want to disturb Dana's pregnancy. But the other ponies, they have got the biggest bellies I've ever seen. I don't know if anybody else is having this at the moment. These skinny little ponies have now got these huge bellies, what I like to call their skinny fat. Or fat skinny. No, skinny fat, I think, is the correct term. So they're skinny everywhere else, but their bellies are so big because of the amount of grass that they've been eating. But obviously, with all that grass, there is issues with laminitis. And the ponies had their feet done, I think, on Monday or Tuesday, a couple of days ago, and yeah, they need to come off the grass, because yeah, they're getting closer and closer to getting laminitis, and obviously once you've got that, it's quite difficult to deal with. So we've had to fence off half of the field, so these ponies are on a strict diet now and starving themselves. But yeah, I don't know if anybody else uses that sort of technique, or they put muzzles on them. I actually did another review of a thin line grazing muzzle, and it's literally a bit of plastic. It looks like a jellyfish like this, and it attaches to the head collar round it, which is really, really cool. Really breathable, really light. We were going to try and use them, but we figured we might as well just cordon off the field, because it's a bit easier, we think. And also because they're staying out, probably easier to do that than just keeping on the muzzle the whole day and night, which can cause problems in itself. But yeah, we've had that to deal with, which has been fun. We also had a bit of a sad time as well with we've got a cat called Herman. He's just a grey house cat, and he's 16 years old. And bless him, when I don't know what happened, but when we came back, he was a bit wobbly on his feet, couldn't really walk, and then Shan, as she does, gives love and care to all these animals, and within 24 hours he was back to himself. But it was just really odd. It was like he missed her, and as soon as he heard Shan's voice, he started going crazy, like, oh, I'm so happy you're back. It's like he was a bit lost because we weren't there for a week. And I suppose routine's very important for not only humans, but for animals as well. But speaking of animals, horses, we have 2 new horses coming this evening from Holland. So my dad and my wife, they went to Holland about a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and they went hunting for these horses that they're going to bring over and work on and try and improve, and hopefully find some great homes. And I think Shan's going to also try and keep one to compete with as well, because Kelly who she was competing on originally, is getting to that age now where she's getting a bit more injury prone. So we're going to put her into retirement, maybe even get a foal out of her. Who knows? We'll see what happens with that. But these 2 new horses are coming this evening. One is called Princess Grace Apple, a very posh name, very posh name, and the other one is called Rock and Roses, which I think is actually a really, really cool name. Now, again, I've not seen these horses. I've only seen the videos, and they look absolutely phenomenal. I believe Princess Grace Apple, so she's a bit flatter on the back. However, the power that she's got in her back legs is apparently really, really good for dressage. So we'll keep you updated on how well that crossover does. It may not work. It may work great, but we'll see how Princess Grace Apple will get on. As you can imagine, the whole household is very excited for these horses to come, and they should be arriving actually within the next hour. So I best get in and actually prepare and calm everybody down for the arrival of these 2 new horses. But very excited. It could mean a new venture for Just Horse Riders, and me and Sian as well on our personal level of starting to bring on horses, possibly breed them. Another little thing that we've always been interested in, but always once you start, you can't really stop. Once you've got these foals, you need to look after them. We may end up with 15 horses, which I hope Sian never goes away, because there is no way in hell that I'm mucking out 15 horses if she goes away. Did you hear that, Sian? Did you hear it? But yeah, that's what's been going on over the past couple of weeks. It's been very, very busy. Very exciting. Got conned out of a lot of dry fruit. Oh, you want my banana? Oh, can't believe you spoke like that to me. And I said, yeah. I wanted his banana. Definitely gave that guy the wrong idea. Definitely. Anyway, we had a great time. And yeah, back to normal now. So that's what's been going on, and I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. I will let you all know about what's going to be happening with all these new horses, and hopefully Dana will have given birth by the next time I do our next podcast, and if she does, I will make sure that there is lots of photos and pictures and videos for you all to see. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.